Halo Infinite. Just the name by itself. Halo Infinite. Even without watching the trailer, it just says so much. It makes you think so much. What is the future of this franchise? What is Halo Infinite? Just that word assumes infinite possibility. Vast open landscape as far as the eye can see. Freedom. Freedom of choice, of experience. One of the beautiful things in Halo is that everybody loves it for different reasons, whether it's campaign or casual or competitive multiplayer or race or griffball or building a map in Forge. Halo is massive, so the title Halo Infinite sounds like a perfect evolution of the franchise. It sounds like an ambitious move from 343, a move that I hope follows through and I hope allows us to succeed. I want this fractured community to come back together and start to rebuild itself and bring Halo back to its former glory, and I think that this trailer, even though it's not a gameplay trailer, it's an engine demo. It showcases, I guess, what's possible with the future of this franchise. It sets a hell of a precedent, and it gives me hope that we're going to get Halo, the Halo that we want to see. Now, there's a lot of things I want to talk about. I'm not going to break this trailer down like Halo follower style. I'm going to let it play in the background. Instead, today we're going to talk about some of the things, some of the unanimously agreed upon things that need to happen for this franchise to succeed, and we're going to talk about my speculations on the direction of the multiplayer. So, let's get into it. There's some things in Halo that are controversial. Some people want it to change, some people don't want it to change, but this stuff, if changed, will do nothing but benefit the community and the franchise going forward. Now, thankfully, it looks like 343 knows this. It looks like they're listening based off of what we see in the trailer. I'm going to cover 4 things: music and art style, inclusion of split screen, inclusion on PC, and content off of the rip. If there's something you think I'm missing, let me know in the comments. But the first one, music and art style, they freaking nail it in this trailer, and that is so important. That is the reason why I think this trailer is so well received. It looks and sounds authentically like Halo. I mean, fuck, look at this, dude. This looks amazing. This is the Halo 3 Master Chief that we remember in way better graphics, and it's simplistic in design. It looks absolutely beautiful, and the most important thing about this is that it helps individualize Halo as a title amongst the masses. This is the Halo that we know and love and remember, and when I see Halo on a TV, I want to immediately know that I'm looking at Halo. I feel like with Halo 5, it's a very pretty game. It looks nice, but if I was to play Halo 5 in a mall on a TV and somebody walks by, I feel like they would think it's either Overwatch or Destiny or Call of Duty, because it kind of just blends in with everything else available on the market. But this art style, and of course this music that you're going to hear in the background, which is beautiful, it screams Halo. This is the Halo that we know and love and remember, and having this art and music is so important in helping Halo return to form and helping Halo individualize itself as a title amongst the masses of available titles today. So that is so huge, and I'm so happy that we have that. It's one of the biggest reasons why I think people are so excited right now. Now, also, the split screen has been confirmed to be included in this game. Bonnie Ross, back in 2017, said that split screen is going to be happening in all future Halo titles. This is an important thing for Halo to have split screen. I completely agree. It's crazy that split screen wasn't in Halo 5. It was one of the worst things about Halo 5. Having it return to form with the split screen is huge. I'm just going to keep replaying this trailer, by the way. I hope you guys don't get sick of it. I haven't gotten. This is amazing so far, so I'm enjoying. I'm going to keep it on while I continue to just rant here, but the split screen is going to be in Halo Infinite. I will include a link in the description that proves that. Also, this game is coming out on PC. I'm going to put a link that showcases that as well. It's important that this game hits PC. Halo as a franchise, in order to grow, it needs to reach larger audiences. Xbox One, it's got a pretty big audience, but it's nothing in comparison to PC or PS4, so it's really valuable for Halo as a franchise that it's finally going to hit PC. So that's huge. That's going to help the game and the franchise grow. And the third or the fourth one, content off of the rip. Now, this is something that hasn't been confirmed. We don't know what kind of content to expect from this. It looks completely different. Is this an open world game? It's giving me open world vibes. Like, even the word infinite just sounds open world. The rhinos and the open landscape here looks open world, which is cool. It's totally different for Halo, but are we going to get the content that we expect from a Halo game with this new Halo title? One of the biggest issues with Halo 5 is, yeah, it had Warzone and it had, you know, multiplayer and campaign or whatever, but it didn't have some of the, like, the bare bones things that we'd expect, like the race game type or certain aspects of Forge or Infection, just so many different elements that we would expect from all of the older Halos that have been included in the older Halos, just suddenly excluded from Halo 5 so that they can have, like, Warzone or whatever else. So it's important that we have a new Halo title that is content rich, that has the content that we expect from Halo. So these are the big things. Also, even just seeing Master Chief here, one of the biggest problems with Halo 5 as well was the inclusion of Spartan Locke instead of Master Chief. We had Chief for 3 missions and Locke for the rest of it, which is absurd. The fact that they went out of their way to let us know that this is a Master Chief game, it's a Master Chief focused title, that's a huge return to form for the franchise. So all of these things are necessary things that have to happen. These are unanimously agreed upon things that, if changed, they are going to benefit this community, they're going to benefit this franchise. But what we've seen so far from this trailer doesn't really tell us much. It just leaves us open for speculation. So now I'm thinking, where is the multiplayer going to go? Because they've returned to form with the look of the game, but are they going to return to classic Halo feel for the game and for the multiplayer? This is super tough to speculate on. Well, it makes sense to go back to classic style music, classic art. It's hard to imagine 343 going all the way back to classic style Halo gameplay, especially because they've taken so much time to just build out and refine the advanced mechanics in Halo 5. They've gotten it to a point where they've developed an audience of people who are actually passionate about the advanced movement and mechanics, myself included. I find that if you take the time to actually learn and master this stuff, you'll realize it adds layers of depth and challenge and entertainment and creativity to the game. Not that that stuff wasn't present in classic Halo, because it definitely is, but it does it in such a way that just works, that's well balanced, that really individualizes 343's Halo from Bungie's Halo. So I feel like they were kind of onto something in the direction that they're going with the advanced movement, and you can see them kind of toning it down, removing Spartan Charge and Ground Pound from competitive play, trying to find this sweet spot where they have advanced mechanics, they have depth and creativity and challenge in the game, but they don't do it in a way that, you know, infringes on balance and things like that. And I think it's a misconception to say that these new mechanics are like a copy of Call of Duty. That's in part 343's fault as well, because the way that they designed it in Halo 5, especially the control scheme, which is just like a Call of Duty copy on the control scheme, it makes you think that it's like codified when you first start playing it. But if you take the time to learn and master it, you'll realize that that control scheme is terrible. You switch off of it and change a bunch of things up and start playing the game differently, and it becomes its own thing. But that's the thing, is it's its own thing. It's not classic Halo, so the classic Halo fans can never truly appreciate it. The moment that it adds sprint or thrust is a moment that the fundamental gameplay changes. The maps have to change to accommodate it. The way that the style of gameplay changes, classic Halo being very territory control important, like getting high ground in classic Halo was so important, and it was such a valuable advantage over your opponent. Having a power weapon was so valuable. Having just the important positioning on the map was so was very valued in classic Halo, and it was harder to take back that control. But with Halo 5, you can kind of fight your way out of all different scenarios, and it's just it becomes a very different game. So it's hard to find this sweet spot where everybody can love it, because it just doesn't seem to exist. So I was thinking, okay, Halo Infinite, the title is super broad. What can they do with this game to like please everybody? Can they have both classic and both advanced movement elements? With the title and the way that the trailer looks, it looks like an open world game. It looks like they're going to try to do something much larger. Like, it's giving me like Destiny vibes, shared world type vibes, where there's a lot of people in one location and you just kind of explore the whole world, and there's maybe RPG elements. Like, what if you go on quests and you level up and you build your character? So then what if your character starts as a classic Halo Spartan and all of your abilities and movement is classic Halo, and then as you level up you start attaining abilities like sprinting and thrusting and stabilizing and things like that. And then in multiplayer, you could have different playlists dedicated to classic style and playlists dedicated to advanced style for, you know, if you've leveled up or whatever, and you can take advantage of that. But then they would have to make maps that would have to accommodate that, on top of having a massive open world map from the campaign, and somehow have to have all of that stuff work together in unison and also be like built out enough so that the people who are playing advanced Halo could be like, yo, we got enough maps, and the people who are playing classic could have enough maps. It's crazy. It's hard to wrap my mind around how they're going to push the multiplayer in a way that everybody can agree with and enjoy. I think some portion of this community is going to be upset and going to feel isolated from this. I do feel like they're going to build out the advanced movement in some way. I'm not sure where they're going to take it, but it would make sense considering they've had some success with it thus far. Hopefully they can do something that's flexible, that allows every, Halo fan to enjoy it in their own way. I mean, Halo has always had things like Forge and people building their own maps and their own experiences with Halo, so you can always kind of modify mechanics and change things up, and have, your own kind of sweet spot for Halo is kind of the beauty of it. But I think the main thing going forward would be some sort of evolution of advanced movement, hopefully in a way that maintains the balance, and kind of maintain some of the gameplay and speed and momentum of gameplay that we love from Halo. It's really hard to say where it's going. It's just speculation. What do you guys think? Do you think they're going to continue with advanced movement? Do you think it's going to have RPG elements? Do you think they're going to, add more abilities? Do you think it could go back to classic as well? What do you think of the ideas that I've been bringing up in the video? And what do you think of Halo Infinite so far? Are you excited to see more? Are you excited on the direction, especially the art and the music direction on the franchise? Let me know in the comments. And remember, guys, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell beside the subscribe button. You can keep up with all my videos the moment they come out. That's everything I wanted to cover. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.